jarred pasta sauce, a convenience if ever there was one. Slow roasted flavors available at the click of a cap, but there's an entire freaking aisle dedicated to them in the grocery store. There's so darn many. So we got as many as we could possibly get our hands on, and I'm gonna try each and every one of them to tell you which one's worth your saucy dollar. I want to thank Squarespace for sponsoring this episode and supporting the BCU from the very beginning. I'm excited to announce my new website, babi.sh, or as I like to call it, babi.sh. The ultimate destination for all things BCU. There's all the recipes from my videos, exclusive new recipes. You can search by genre or ingredient. You can even toggle between US and metric and scale the serving size. We heard your feedback about everything you wanted from the site, so that's what we did. You can get 10% off your first Squarespace order by visiting squarespace.com/babish. All right, Prego, about as classic a pasta sauce as ever there was. Let's see what we're dealing with here. It tastes like the Tombstone packet from the Lunchables. It tastes very, very, very processed. It's using all dried spices, all extracts and all that stuff. As far as jarred pasta sauce goes, this is what it tastes like in my mind. And of course, it's gonna be extreme on its own. So let's see what it's like on pasta. Yeah, not helping it. It does taste different on the pasta. It does. But that being said, the pasta's not doing any favors. It's still very sweet, very processed tasting. I wouldn't say it's offensive, but I wouldn't say it's like, passable either. So I think that puts it right at a 4. Okay, Prego, tomato basil garlic, which, what? This is nuts, because this one's called tomato basil garlic, right? This is just traditional. Doesn't say anything about garlic. Yet, on the back in the ingredients, garlic is mentioned twice, dried garlic and garlic extract. This one, nary a G even to be found, much less an Arlic. How? Why? Why doesn't this have? Let's try it. It tastes basilier, but that's about it. It's almost got a fresh basil vibe to it, which I actually kind of like. And that's crazy because it tastes processed on the pasta. Like the basil goes back to tasting fake on the pasta. Very bizarre. Not getting it any points in my book. That's another 4. Prego flavored with meat. Not only does it not say it has meat in it, it's flavored with meat, and it doesn't say which meat. It just says meat. Yeah, the ingredients go tomato puree, tomatoes and tomato juice, sugar, beef. So there's actual beef in this. Let's see if it tastes like meat. It tastes like meat in a rather an unpleasant way. And as though they added beef bouillon, like it doesn't taste like real beef, even though apparently there's real beef in here. Is this a piece of beef? Are you beef? I found the beef. There it is, folks. There's the beef. Where's the beef? It's right here. And now I think I have to try it. I mean, it tastes like tomato sauce. It doesn't taste like beef, it tastes like just tomato sauce. And I don't taste it at all in the biscotti. Oh yeah, the beef just turns into these little spongy bits. That has got to be the lowest grade beef on planet Earth. Like, God knows what these cows have gone through. I think it's worse than the other ones actually, so I'm gonna bump this one down to a 3. Quite offensive, dislike, downvote. Prego, which means come on in Italian. What does it mean in Italian? It means you're welcome? Imagine selling a pasta sauce called You're Welcome. It means all those things. So this has big, unafraid chunks of sausage. Not trying to hide it in there, not trying to be like, this is meat and there's little shavings of it in there. No, there's sausage in this sauce. And it tastes of Italian sausage. It tastes exactly like the other sauces, but with Italian sausage in it, which is unquestionably an improvement. Let's see. Gonna be a lot of that too. Again, it tastes different, but I still don't like it. So I can't get it a 5, can it? Can it get a 5? I think I have, just by the governing laws of the universe, I have to give it a 5. Fine. You caught me, I'd eat it. This one's called Chunky Garden Combo. They were not around when they called it chunky. This is chunky. There's pieces in here that might be bigger than your pieces of pasta. Look at the size of this zucchini. And I love that I can see this is plainly a zucchini. Some celery, some carrot, I can make fun of Italians all day because I'm part Italian, so I can just do accents and just say offensive things. I do whatever I want. Here we go, Babish After Dark, Italians. I'm gonna eat this whole, I really don't want to. You ever just eat a bowl full of room temperature canned vegetables and tomato sauce? No? The sauce itself tastes exactly like the other Prego sauces, of course, but it has big mushy chunks of vegetables in it, so that's something. And yet it somehow tastes healthier, which is unfair because I don't think it is. I really didn't like that zucchini. I really hated it. So I kind of want to give it a 2. So it really bummed me out. Oh, Kendall's excited that I'm giving it a 2. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 2. All right, next up, Prego again. Roasted garlic Parmesan. Does it have roasted garlic in it? Dried roasted garlic, dried onions, concentrated Parmesan cheese paste. We told that Parmesan to buckle down and concentrate. Oh wow, it tastes like they just dumped another shaker of dried garlic in here. That's all it tastes like. I can't call that an improvement, can I? Can I? Ugh, that was terrible. I think it's a step down from regular Prego, so 3 on this guy. Prego creamy vodka. What do we got? Is there vodka in this? The top 3 ingredients are tomato puree, cream, and vodka. That's kind of dope, actually. Step up, I'd say, from their normal pasta sauce. It's not very good. It still tastes like the other sauce, but like they added some cream and some cheese to it. So yes, it's a little better. Try it on the pastors. Let me try it on the nudes. Tastes the same on the pasta in this case. 5. Things are about to get crazy. We've entered the wild world of Alfredo sauce. I've never tasted this on its own, just like most people. So I'm very curious to see what it tastes like. Ugh. That's so bad. Okay, on second taste, it's not as bad. This is one of those things this is why I'm glad we're doing it on pasta, because second taste wasn't as bad. The first one was like, what did I just put in my mouth? It tastes like cheese and cream. Not like good, but like, tastes like those things, so. Maybe we should warm these up.
Yeah.
Oh, cold, gloppy Alfredo sauce. Can't recommend it. World of difference. World of difference. Still not very good. It tastes like, frozen fettuccine Alfredo, like the banquet one. Not even the Stouffer's one, the banquet one. I'd rather eat a bowl of that than any of the other tomato sauces.
You haven't delved into decimals, have you?
I'm not delving. No delving. Okay. This is ranking. Straight street style ranking. You know the rules, gentlemen. No decimals, no rules. No, it's a 5. I can't in good conscience give it a 6, because that means it's just better than dead average. Which is it? 5. It's a hard 5. Ragu, which means sauce in Italian, which is a little lazy. Imagine if this just said sauce. Would you buy it? No. Wow. Is Ragu a lower class of sauce than Prego? I don't think so. Ragu is apparently less expensive than Prego, and it kind of shows because in this sauce there is no garlic, there is no basil, there is no oregano. Even though this isn't offensive or disgusting, I have to give it a 3 because it is a step down from Prego and it's just so psychotically boring.
But what if it tastes really good on pasta?
Oh yeah, duh. If I were infirmed or like elderly or dying and I needed to get like food in me, okay. What? Death is part of life. 3, hard 3, solid 3, bad 3. Ragu, now flavored with meat. Again, ooh, and we're in, oh, never mind. We keep wanting to catch them with no meat in there. I'm gonna try to find some beef for you. I know that's why you tuned in. You wanna see the beef. Is that an onion? I can't even tell. What did I just put in my mouth? What was that object? It's indiscernible what that was. I have no idea. I mean, there's like particles in here that could be beef, but I don't see, the tomato seeds are bigger. I mean, okay, there, I see it, found it. See it? Do you see the beef?
Yeah.
It has this very weird kind of machine learning flavor. Where's, here we go, here we go, here we go. I can taste the difference. I can taste the addition of the beef in the sauce alone, but on the pasta it just gets lost. So same score, 3. Next up we got Ragu, chunky, smooth, dumb. Get chunky. It's not that chunky. Chunky, oh wait, chunky 6 cheese. I didn't look closely enough. This is Ragu chunky 6 cheese. I've clocked 6 distinct, all rather appropriate Italian cheeses, unlike most frozen pizzas that throw cheddar and Gouda in there and stuff. Okay, how is this? It's not very good, but a lot more flavor happening. There's definitely, yeah, I mean, there's herbs in here. So I got basil, I got oregano. It does taste cheesy, it does taste herby. All that to be said, we've just reached Prego levels of Pregoicness. Pregosity, Pregoic. I like that, Pregoic. It's, what am I saying? It tastes like I just took a jar of dried basil, jar of dried oregano, and added it to the last sauce, maybe shaker Parmesan, put it in there. It's a 4, this is a 4. Ragu Chunky Mama's Special Garden Sauce. I know that it's in a different font. These were meant to be on different planes of consciousness when you're reading it, but all I see is Chunky Mama's Special Garden Sauce. But Chunky Mama, is this your idea of a Chunky Mama? What's so special about this Chunky Mama's garden sauce? Oh, it's not bad. It's less astringent and tart and harsh on my mouth. This has a 4 times the added sugar. 4 grams versus 1 gram in a serving. There's a reason they call it Chunky Mama's Special Garden Sauce. And it's not because of Mama. Just chunky? Or, yes, that is why. There's more sugar in it, so I like it more. That's basic human nature. We figured it out. Somehow slightly worse on spaghetti. I don't know how. And what does that say about your sauce? It's worse on spaghetti. The processed flavor comes back. But the texture's better than normal Ragu. The flavor's better than normal Ragu. So yeah, it gets a 4. Ragu's roasted garlic and Parmesan sauce, not called Alfredo. And it's really not fair to taste it cold. I'll really give my score when it's hot, but it's not terrible. It does taste of garlic. It's pretty nondescript. Cold Alfredo sauce. I mean, look at the jigglage here. This isn't an appetizing for anyone, least of all me. Hot sauce. Well, sort of. It's pretty much the exact same as the Prego one, but with more garlic flavor instead of cheese flavor, which tit for tat. So same score. What did I give the Prego? A 5? Mm-hmm. 4. Not the same score. I don't like it as much. What? 4. This is Bertolli Vineyard Marinara. Why is it called Vineyard? Because there's freaking wine in it. So, it doesn't sound terrible. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna put it in my mouth. It actually tastes like wine. Not really wine so much as like, you ever been to a vineyard? That smell? Oh, that's bizarre. I'm a fan of putting red wine in marinara sauce. This really tastes like I'm crushing grapes, not with my feet, but with a big, cold-hearted machine, mass producing what's, again, gotta be the cheapest Merlot on the planet. I don't much care for it. I'm gonna give this guy a 3. Not my favorite. Bertolli 5 cheese is this, and it looks to be chunky, sauce-like, Romano, Parmesan, Provolone, Asiago, ricotta. Oh, 5 cheese. Damn it! I thought I caught them being modest. Yeah, here at Babish Pasta Sauces, we try not to brag about how many cheeses we put in there. So we say we put in 5, there's actually 17. So we're all starting to taste the same. This tastes the same. I know there's 5 cheeses in there, but it really just tastes like shaker Parmesan. That's the only thing it tastes like. So you might as well just have a jar of that in your fridge and just add that to your sauce. Save yourself some heartache. 4. It's a 4. Bertolli makes their sauces chunky and they chunk them good. They're not holding back with chunks. Ugh. Yeah, there's a distinct fake something in there. I don't know what it is. Everything else about it is fine, other than the fact that I hate it. I mean, for that reason alone, this is an easy 2. This is a 2. It's gross. I don't like it. Something's weird. That is distinctly better than the other Alfredo offerings. It really tastes like cheese, specifically Romano and Parmesan cheese, which is right where you want to live. This tastes like frozen Stouffer's Alfredo. It's very garlicky. It tastes really like cheese. I'm gonna give it a 6. We're into the luxury options, folks. Ragu's famous New Yorkian brand that I think long time ago figured out, hey, let's jar this stuff and sell it. What are we talking about price-wise here, difference? No, don't tell me yet, don't tell me yet. Don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me. Definitely a more real flavor, like it tastes a little less processed. All right, yeah, I mean, there's no preservatives in this, there's no emulsifiers, there's no carrageenan, even though they got rid of all the junky stuff, like it's still just very, very plain. I'm gonna give it a 6. Way to go, Rouse. What's the price on this?
$9.99.
Oh! Is it worth double the price for a slightly better flavor that feels just less processed? That's up to you, the consumer. Sensitive marinara. This has no garlic or onions in it. It does taste like the other one, but plainer. So I'm just going off flavor here, not its utility. I gotta knock it down to a 5. It's not as good as the other one. But if you're sensitive, I'm sensitive. I take things way too personally. I internalize everything bad ever said about me. Keep that in mind when you comment. Homemade 4 cheese, which is Parmesan, Pecorino Romano, Grana Padano, which is almost the same as Parmesan, and Asiago. Is it cheesy? Is it 4? Ugh. I don't care for that at all. It's just like the sharpest flavors in Parmesan and Grana Padano and Asiago. These are very sharp cheeses, and if you only took the sharpness and just put that in there, that's what we're ending up with here. Yeah, no, God, it's so tart. I really, truly don't like it, so I think I have to give it a 3. I find it offensive to eat. I don't think I can eat a whole bowl of it. We have Ragu's Arrabbiata, which means arrabbiata. It's just their tomato sauce with some spice in it. It's just hot enough, it's just spicy enough where I just feel it. It's a very mildly spicy version of their main sauce, which I don't think it makes it any better, it just augments it. So another 5. Now we're on to Ragu's Bolognese. Bolognese sauce, real Bolognese sauce, is not primarily tomato based. Yet, the first ingredient is whole peeled tomatoes. This is not what you'd call an authentic Bolognese sauce. I taste the slightest whisper of meat for even a breath of a minute, of a moment, of a bat of an eyelash. And then it goes away. And then all I taste is tomato sauce, which makes me mad. It actually tastes worse than the marinara, so 4. Next up, Ragu's vodka sauce, the reddest vodka sauce you ever did see. So gross. It doesn't taste like vodka sauce at all. It just tastes like a slightly cheesier tomato sauce. It's not doing anything for me. That's not bad on its own. Why is it worse on the pasta? What's happening? How's that possible? But that's how you eat pasta sauce. I mean, if you're just digging in with a spoon, no judgment. But, you know, get that checked out. Something's wrong. Something's wrong.
It's making you drunk.
That's it. Steve nailed it. I'm oregano drunk. You're vodka drunk. I'm vodka drunk. Would get a 6 if it was creamy enough, but 5 today. All right, now we have a little mom and pop setup, 365, owned by Whole Foods, owned by Amazon. You could have told me that was oregano sauce, I would believe you. That only tastes like dried oregano. It's an irresponsible amount of oregano. You know, I'll say it. Deeply opposed to it. Don't care for that, so I'm gonna give it a 2. 365, Italian herb. If that last one wasn't Italian herb, then if that last one wasn't Italian herb, then hey, look, it's Italian herb. Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Italian herb. I'm curious to see what this does on pasta. That tastes less like oregano than the normal marinara, which is astounding, but it's still not good. This is gonna be a 3.
I want to eat without knowing.
Okay. Never tried to twirl spaghetti with my eyes closed before. You have no idea your progress. You don't know how much is on there. You don't know how much more there is to go. That tastes like tomato sauce. Maybe with cheese. Is this their 4 cheese? Or not, it can't be 4 cheese. Creamy vodka! God, in what universe is this creamy vodka sauce? It's chunky as Chunky Mama's special garden sauce. It tastes nothing like vodka sauce. It's not even a different color. It's the same butt stuff.
Yeah, that one's a little
Jar butts made with real organic cream. My ass. You could have fooled me. That's my new catchphrase. That's what I say now. It is a barely passable tomato sauce. The cheese flavor like makes it a little less awful, but it's a 4. You could have fooled me.
Is there vodka in it?
Organic vodka, no less. Also, there's fresh basil in this. You could have fooled me. It somehow naturally forms the same expression. I don't know how. You could have fooled me. Why does my lower lip tremble when I do that? It's like another little mom and pop startup, Amazon Fresh. I know it's their brand and all, but this is not fresh. This is jarred. This is a misnomer. Ugh. Gnarly. There's a preservative taste to it that borders on like pool chemicals. I know I taste this way too often when we're doing these tasting ranking episodes. I'm like, it's like this bleachy sort of shouldn't belong in food products kind of flavor. And it's also very oregano-y, just like their Whole Foods offering. Boy, those motherfuckers love oregano at Amazon. 1.5 servings of vegetables per half cup of sauce. I won't even point out that tomatoes are fruits. It just tastes like the preservative heavy laden stuff. It's tart, it's astringent, it's got that weird preservative flavor in it. And just because it's not like gag inducing, I'm gonna give it a 2. Flavored with meat. There is a grilled steak on the front of this jar of pasta sauce. Does it have meat? Contains less than 1% of salt, beef. So there's as much beef in here as there is salt. It's microscopic. Can I get it on my finger? There it is, folks. That's what you pay the big bucks for. You seeing that meat? Mm-hmm. Do you see it? No, you don't. Hey, Kendall, how much does this cost?
$1.79.
Oh my God. So this is cheaper than Ragu. Just so processed. I don't know what other word to use, but it's just, I can't think of any other descriptors, but the packet of tomato sauce that came in Lunchables that you'd squeeze onto the wafer like tomato ice cream. And that's what this tastes like, precisely. Hold on. It doesn't have that pool cleaning stuff. So I will bump it up to a 3. I might be wearing a different shirt tomorrow because we're gonna take a break, but I'll see you guys tomorrow right here, right on Babish time. This is Babish time, right, you know where? Right here. Stupid. Okay, day 2. The mind is refreshed, the palate is cleansed, the body is willing. Let's get back into it. Newman's Own. Paul Newman, one of the coolest guys in history. Now his company is 100% employee owned and 100% of profits help kids. What a legacy. This is chock full of vegetables. It's rife with color and texture. Let's see if the sauce is any good. Yeah, it's very vegetal. It tastes like vegetables. Gotta try on pasta. What am I doing? Keep eating sauce with a spoon. Nobody's asking me to do it. It doesn't taste different on pasta, which is rare. It doesn't read as just like Italian tomato sauce to me. It reads like some kind of tomato-oriented sauce. It's got a deeper, richer flavor than the other sauces. It's not as bright and raw. It's not bad, but it's weird. 5. Newman's Own what? Sockarooni?
According to the LA Times, the recipe for the Sockarooni spaghetti sauce Italian bear wrestlers.
Bear wrestlers invented Sockarooni sauce. I knew it. Peppers, spices, and the whole shebang is what it says. So it's just tomato sauce and it's got some peppers in it. Okay. Sock it to me, Sockarooni. Show me what you got, little mama. Very red peppery, which I like. That's pretty good. I think if you added some cream to this or some Parmesan or some cheese of some kind, it would really bump it up to someplace special. That was weird. I just caught a flavor of dirt.
Could have left it on the vegetables.
They might have left some of the dirt on the vegetables. It's just kids making this stuff. Cut them a break. These kids are dying and they're making you sauce and you're complaining? 10. No, Sockarooni, I like it better than the other one, but not enough to give it a 7. I'm not crazy about it. This is another 6. Lydia's with a picture of a woman. Presumably this is Lydia. It'd be weird if it wasn't. And this is her marinara sauce. I don't know what's this. I've never heard of this.
She's a famous chef.
Famous chef.
Italian.
Italian.
As you might think.
You could have fooled me. I love the texture of it. It looks like high quality canned tomatoes, like if you were getting like high quality crushed tomatoes. Ooh, that's good. Ooh, I like that. What's it like on pasta though? It's watery, very watery.
Maybe that was a choice because she's a chef.
It very well may have been, because it tastes undercooked. It tastes like raw. If you just cooked it a little bit, which you need to do anyway if you're finishing the pasta in the sauce, it's really great. I love it. I do want to know the price.
$11.09.
It's the most expensive one. God, I suck. God, it's really good. I'm sorry, but it's really good. I don't like that you have to cook it more. If 10 is perfect in every way, if 9 is unbelievable with some forgivable, even lovable flaws, and this is really, really good with a pronounced flaw, I guess that gets in an 8. Love it, Lydia. Mwah! Yeah, Lydia, you dirty, dirty son of a bitch. Okay, next up, perhaps the most interesting brand, definitely one we've all seen, but for the life of us, we couldn't figure out what this is called. We looked it up and it's called San Merica. San Merican. Hang on. There's something like that's coming up from my nascent childhood memories that's in this sauce. That's not good. That's bad. That's it. That's it. It tastes like jarred garlic. Jarred garlic has a sour note to it. I do not know how to describe this, but I don't like it. 4. Next up, another very familiar brand for canned San Marzano tomatoes. Is this an American brand? Made in USA, even though it's got a picture of an old Italian man tending to his tomato field. Well, that could be an old California man, I don't know. Tuttorosso, I definitely use these to make sauce sometimes, but only if I can't find the other stuff. Very oregano heavy, dried herbs. Relatively thin, it's got some texture to it. It actually has some pretty big hunks in it. I like the texture. On pasta, it tastes like the most prototypical tomato sauce I've ever had in my life. So that's a 5. Next up, Hunt's pasta sauce, traditional. It's very, very smooth, not too thin, lots of herbs present. It's got that really fake flavor, even though I don't think there's anything fake in there. Tastes exactly the same on the pasta. I think we're looking at a 3. I assume this is a very inexpensive one as well.
It's $5.
What?
I know.
Get him out of here.
It's like premium though.
It says premium. Okay, never mind. I didn't realize the packaging, it said premium, and I believe packaging implicitly, especially when it's Chunky Mama's special garden sauce. Hunt's 4 cheese, presumably the same sauce as last time, but this time with 4 cheeses. Ugh, gnarly. I mean, it tastes like cheese, but it tastes like cheese product, you know what I mean? Oh, it's worse. It's worse, so it gets a 2. Hate it. $5, off. Not you, Tony, the sauce. Thank you. Tony should stay right here. He shouldn't anywhere. Well, Trader Joe's, a dick in the courtroom and a freak in the kitchen. Trader Joe's. It is their marinara sauce. I don't mind that. It's got just enough of the processed flavor to make it feel kind of nostalgic, but not enough where it's like bothersome or makes it feel fake or cheap. On pasta, it is very, very plain. I don't mind it. It's not great though. It's one very tiny step above average. So I think that means I have to give it a 6. $2!
Yeah, that's the thing.
This is $2. This is easily the best bang for your buck, as Trader Joe's tends to be. The only other $2 entrant we have is Amazon Fresh, which was a nightmare in a bottle. So this is a huge improvement and a really good use of $2, if you ask me. Oh, I like that. Okay, we have Trader Joe's Calabrian chili spicy pasta sauce, and I tasted it before I said it, but that's good. I would toss that in wings. I would toss that in pasta. I would toss that just in my hands. I just toss it around. That's real good. Whew. It has just the right amount of heat where like I feel it, but I'm not bothered by it. I can still be on camera and talk in full sentences. Why don't I want to like it? Is it because it's Trader Joe's and I've been told not to like Trader Joe's? Well, too bad, because this stuff gets an 8. Okay, next up we have Trader Joe's Cacio e Pepe. Historically, I gave my first 10 to their frozen Cacio e Pepe spaghetti. So let's see if their jarred sauce cuts the mustard. Nope. Oh, I gotta try it on pasta. I gotta try it warm. Oh, no. No. Nope, it tastes old. Like it tastes like the oil that they used to make it had turned. It's got this almost crayon-y kind of vibe to it. But the pepper too tastes stale. Pepper's ground and been sitting around for years now, and now we put it in the sauce. And it's got the same crappy, gloopy texture of all jarred cream sauces that makes it a 2, I'd say. This is Classico. This was my go-to when I was a kid. I just looked fancier, even though it was the same price, I think, as Prego. How much is this guy?
$4.69.
Wow.
And Prego's $4.43.
Yeah, so this is 20 cents more than Prego. That's pretty cool. You're getting cooler packaging. I don't know, if I went over to your house and I saw that we were eating this, I'd be like, oh, at least they sprung for Classico. It's not bad. It's not great. I like the consistency of it. It's nice and relatively smooth with some big old honking hunks of tomato. Let's see what it tastes like on the pasta. Slightly better than the Prego stuff. It tastes a little bit less processed, like there's less crap in it. That being said, it is quite boring. Little squeak above average. Another 6 on our hands. Classico, fire roasted tomato and garlic. So this one has fire roasted tomatoes, and I see little specks of black from the fire roasting process. I rather like that. Almost the same flavor as the traditional sweet basil, but it's got that, if you've ever gotten canned fire roasted tomatoes, it's got that quality to it. I'd call that better than average, which is what the first one was better than average, and this is better than that. And it is a richer, deeper, sweeter flavor, so it's gonna get a 7. Carbone Marinara, we're back in wine country. Looks like there's smaller, no, there's still big old chunks of tomatoes in there. Let's see what the wine ends up doing for me. Same deal as the Bertolli, it's this very vineyard-like flavor. That's not doing it for me as much. That being said, it's better. I still think it's better than average. So I think it's still gonna get a 6. Classico spicy red pepper. Historically, I've really appreciated it when there's red pepper in tomato sauce, so I'm probably gonna like this. It tastes pretty raw. Gone is the dried basil and the dried oregano, and in its place are some more tomato and more red pepper forward. It's a little spicy. It is not spicy. I realized halfway through saying that I was wrong. There's so little spice to that, it's almost irregisterable. Is that a word? No. And it tastes too raw, but it's still pretty good. 6 again. Classico, steady spaghetti. Classico, Italian sausage with peppers and onions. Pork, spices, salt, sugar, garlic powder. That's what's in sausage. So I'm curious to see if this will taste like Italian sausage. I'm also curious to see how big the crumbles are. There's one. Ah! The Italian sausage. The Italian sausage is very, very small crumbles. It does indeed taste like Italian sausage, so you win this round, Classico. It's got less of that processed sauce flavor that is in the sort of mid to low tier sauces. I suspect it's the Italian sausage covering that up, but also the tomatoes taste fresher and brighter, but not in a raw way. So I'm actually quite a fan of this, and I'm gonna bump it up to a 7. Solid sauce. Classico. 4 cheese. Any number of cheeses in these sauces has been disappointing to me as of yet. Let's see what happens. It's the same bottled Parmesan flavor, but it's not so in your face. It's not like asserting dominance over me. But it's not good. It doesn't taste good. It just tastes like I shook half a jar of Kraft shake Parmesan on there. And that's fine, but it's also not very good. So it's not fine, is it? I don't think this deserves any better than a 4. It's a 4. What is this, mayonnaise? Roasted garlic Alfredo could have fooled me. We got a really gloopy gloppy. It bounces when I, do you see that? It bounces. Xanthan gum and cornstarch. That's all you need. One of those is gonna ruin the texture, much less 2 of them. That is a travesty. What does it taste like? Why do I use my finger? Okay, let's see what it's like hot.
All over the shirt.
0. Can I give a 0? Okay, all right, just come on. Ugh. I taste garlic, but the rest of it is just a thick sauce. It's just a thick substance. The texture is reprehensible. That's a 1. I hate it. I hate the way it looks. I hate looking at it. I hate the way it plops. Hear that plop? Get the plop. Nothing redeemable about it. 1. Stick to tomatoes. Vodka sauce made with made with real ingredients. What does that mean? God, these are real ingredients. I've seen these ingredients before. Oddly tastes very distinctly vodka-like. I taste more vodka in this than I do in like homemade vodka sauce. Like it tastes like vodka a little bit. The richness of the cream and the cheese are not coming through. And that vodka tastes too much like vodka. Vodka doesn't taste that much like vodka. It's not as bad as some of these sauces have been, but it's a 3. Next up we have Carmine's, New York City's legendary family-style Italian restaurant. What am I doing? Why am I doing that?
Just drink out of the jar.
Oh, that's not bad. That's pretty good. It tastes like a really typical red sauce that you would get at a good Italian restaurant. I really like the texture, you know, a crushed tomato texture. Also, there is oil floating on top. There's fat floating on top, as though a little bit of the olive oil is separated. But that usually happens with homemade sauce. Pretty roundly impressed. Did I eat the spaghetti? Yeah, I ate the spaghetti.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, I ate that spaghetti. Yeah. Yeah, no, I remember that mouth. It's not exploding my mind, so I can't give it a 10, but I'm gonna give it a 9. I really like it. Oh yeah, what's the price?
12.20.
Damn it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I like the expensive thing. Sometimes it's expensive because of the process by which it's made and the ingredients that they're using. If they're using real ingredients or imaginary ones. As a jarred pasta sauce, it is a 9. It is one of the better expressions of jarred, pre-cooked, no, futzing with it needed tomato sauce. Barilla, which is Italian for something. Probably. Barilla, known for their smooth and shiny pastas that are available for a little bit more than Ronzoni. That's what they do. After that, Carmine's. It's very, very processed tasting. The dried oregano, they go crazy with the dried oregano in these parts. It's oregano sauce. The tomatoes taste really bad. Just not as bad as I'm saying. It's just not very good. It's a 3. For the first time, we are now saddled with the question, marinara versus traditional. I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know what that means. And if they don't know what it means on Reddit, no one knows. That tastes the same. Hang on, can I get it? Okay, it's slightly thicker, it would seem. Let me level it out and see if it's just a visual difference. Okay, it's thicker. The traditionalist, the trad sauce is thicker, right? Am I right, fellas? It's a little thinner than the trad sauce, and it tastes exactly the same, so it gets the same score, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to bone down, because we got the big bone in the house, the Carbone. This is a legendary New York City restaurant where the waiters are mean to you and it's very expensive. Oh, damn it. It's good. Damn it, how much is this? $50?
13.
Oh, my image. Let me try it on the spaghetti. Maybe the spaghetti ruins it. Damn it. I really wanted to not like this. Yeah, it's bright and fresh, but it's not too acidic. The herbs are there, but they're not cloying. Why not a 10? Because you don't want to embarrass yourself on the internet. Everybody's going to say you're an elitist, coastal intelligentsia. That's what they'll all say. But also, Prego must be doing some dirty shit, right? Prego's got to be lobbying Congress to like let children pick tomatoes or something. They're doing something. I don't trust them. Where's Carmine's? Can I get Carmine's? That's better. It's a 10. It's perfect. It's a perfect Italian red tomato sauce. It's perfect. Damn it. I hate myself. Bone's back with roasted garlic this time. Ooh, okay. Uh-oh. I swear I'm not trying to save face. I don't care for that at all. The garlic, again, tastes like fake. It tastes like plastic garlic. Like you got a plastic decorative clove of head of garlic from TJ Maxx and you put it in a bowl with some fake fruit and then you crushed it and put it in here. It's pretending to be garlic. It's an imposter. Impostar. I dislike it. I dislike eating it. So that, I mean, their plain sauce is so good. And I really just don't like the garlic flavor that they into this bottle. It's not as gross as I'm like making it out to be, but it's not good, so 4. It is a 4. Carbone Arrabbiata, spicy tomato sauce. Let's see what's happening. Not very spicy. Do you heat this up at all? Okay, it's cold.
Oh. It was off.
Did you really just put pasta and sauce in a pan, move it around?
No. Every now and again it says, "Are you still here?" And it turns off.
I have a question for you. Are you currently sleepwalking right now? I gotta stop feeding my employees 3 martinis at lunch. This would have never happened if we had just used cocaine. Okay, I forgot entirely like how I feel about this sauce. Let's start from scratch. It's a good thing. It's brighter and tinnier than the other sauces. It tastes tinny. It's barely spicy. It's like I feel it, but just. So I think that's a 6. Last one, Carbone Mushroom. We skipped all the other mushroom ones because I think it's disgusting. Mushrooms in a sauce, it's just been mushrooms that's been soaking. So they're these soggy, chewy things that you're not even gonna taste. And it's asinine. It doesn't taste like mushroom and it's a terrible texture. Why would you want this? It tastes very similar to their Arrabbiata without the spice. It's tinny, but it's still quite good, but has these dumb mushrooms in it. They're not bringing any flavor to the party. They're dumb, they're ugly, they're stupid, and I hate them. It's purely my personal preference driving this score, but that knocks a 10 down to a 5. All right, folks, here's our top 3, AKA our top 4, because we have a tie for 3rd place between Lidia's and Trader Joe's Spicy Calabrian. This is a truly like out of left field sauce. I would just as soon put this on chicken wings. It's really, really tasty. I don't even know if I like it on pasta, but as a food product, it tastes good. Then we have the 3 most expensive sauces on planet Earth. What we're seeing here is that you tend to get what you pay for when it comes to very, very simple foods like this that rely on fresh ingredients, fresh herbs, not fewer preservatives. Another thing we learned is stay away from 4 cheeses. Something about 4 cheese, when they get together, bad things happen. I always finish my red sauce, whether it's jarred or homemade, with butter. Always, because it lightens the color, makes it rich and creamy, and it cuts through the acidic notes. That's the story of life. Add fat, feel happy. Get unhealthy, die. Sauce. Thanks again to Squarespace for sponsoring today's episode. From websites to online stores to domains to analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform for you to build your online presence. All of my websites over the years have been with Squarespace, and I'm excited to share the new one, babi.sh. We were able to use Squarespace's website builder and custom integrations to create a site that provides a powerful cooking experience. If you want to try Squarespace for yourself, you can start your free trial today by visiting squarespace.com/Babish to get 10% off your first purchase.